and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about a very important subject is the how the factory is looking to open a new international market for their products. For example, is some factories that their domestic business is not coming properly, and then they are going to look after international market. They think that they can do better and to bring hard currency to their country. I'll give you one example, like a safety gloves factory. And why the people they are using safety gloves, and why is the important of or where you can use the safety gloves. The people use the safety gloves to protect their hand from contamination and infection where you are using in hazardous area. This is why people they use the gloves. This is very important, especially if you are working in the chemical area and chemical products. At the same time, now there are some basic things I like to, or statistic things that I need to tell you about. That 2022, that was about 10.12 billion US dollar sales globally of safety gloves, and they are forecasting for 2030 to be 16.12 billion US dollar, which means there is a big market globally. Now, in this case, we like to tell you which industries is using mainly the gloves, for safety gloves, like the medical sector. The medical sector is very huge of usage of latex, which is a chemical gloves. Also, the food industries, they are using the same. Also, the cleaning the room or the cleaning. This is also another area where you use the gloves. And also the oil and gas sectors, where there are a lot of workers are doing drilling, transportation, construction, and refining. There is also the construction. In the construction, there are huge of safety gloves is used in the construction. At the same time, in the industrial plant, like steel fabricators and chemical plant, and some other industries where they require the using the gloves, safety gloves. Now, when the manufacturer they identify where to use their gloves, they have to choose the area. Okay, for example, they choose the Middle East. The Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE, and Oman. All these things, all those countries, they are using gloves, and they have a gas, and they have oil and gas, they have construction, they have medical, they have all these, and they have steel fabricators and some other things. So these are, which means the market is there. Now, how to approach the market? Once the market is there, how to approach it? To approach the market, you have to send one representative. He comes to the country, he doesn't know anything, and he start asking here and there, and then he spent 2 weeks. He will collect some data about the distributors who's selling the safety gloves, and he collected about the end user who's using gloves. And then at the same time, he can collect samples. Once he collects samples, and then once he collects samples, and then he collects some price indication, selling price, and things like that. He has to collect it. Once he collects those things, and then he go back to his country with the samples. With the samples, they can check the quality, they can check the prices, if they can match those prices, and they can know from where these gloves are manufactured. maybe Pakistan, maybe India, maybe China, maybe Europe or some other countries, and they can see what is the bigger supplier of these gloves. He will have some ideas about it. Once he have some ideas about it, in this case, they can analyze and check if they can do if they can do this. At the same time, they bring samples again from their factory according to those samples, and he go back to the Middle East. He start talking to the distributor. Maybe from the first visit, he knows, he has some indications about who can sell the product, who can sell his product. Then he can talk to him. He can appoint him as like a distributor. He explained to him about his materials and then samples. He can train his salespeople. At the same time, they can make joint visit to very important end user, like people who are using 100,000 of gloves every year because they have large manpower and things like that. And they can get inquiry and they can approve their products. They can give their samples to them. They approve it. They can get inquiry. They can negotiate prices. Once they negotiate prices, not this one, that one, the other one, therefore they will take some orders. And then once they take some orders, they will deliver. Therefore, they will be knowing and that. At the same time, the local distributor, they talk to them, maybe they can make a seminar, they can collect some very important client to them, they can make a seminar in their office or in the hotel or somewhere. Once the seminar started like that, therefore, his material will be very well known at the market. Therefore, that is what it is. Therefore, the market is open for them. They are very happy, and then they can continue. This is how they open the market, a new market, in a new international market. Therefore, that is how it is. That is what it's supposed to be. And then that's it. In this case, next time we will talk about another projects. I hope this information is very useful to you. Thank you.